Hey everyone, HardlyBriefDan here with the final part of my free course on the basics of Unreal Engine using blueprints. The previous section, which is linked above, was focused on creating the goal location, or the location the player must reach to finish the puzzle. Please check that out if you're just joining in on the series. This final section is short, but it adds some music to the world to wrap up our small puzzle prototype game and officially lets you say you've built a game. You can check out the full course on Udemy today, and you can also get access to my free ebook on the fundamentals of programming by signing up on my website. All of those links are in the description below. So let's dive in and finish this puzzle game. So we've created the major components for our puzzle. We have our obstacle, the tornado. We have a switch to turn off our tornado, and we have a goal location, the area that we want our player to reach. So in this section, we are going to add the functionality, So in this section, we're going to build our puzzle. We're going to add some sound to the world to make it feel more interactive and really make it more immersive for the player. And then we're going to end with testing out our puzzle to make sure it all works correctly. So we want to add some sound effects to our game to make it feel a little bit more immersive for our player. And the easiest way we can do that is in our third-person map. If we come up to this icon, which is 3 boxes in the drop-down arrow, click it, you can say Open Level Blueprint. Now this blueprint is going to be empty, but if we right-click and we say Event Begin, we can get access to Begin Play, which this will again be called when our game is, when you click the play button in our game. And what we want to do is play a sound. So we're going to say Play Sound 2D. Again, we've used this node a few times, and we're going to search for a sound that comes included with the starter content that is just a loop. And there's a bunch of sounds in here. Let me go ahead and find the right one. When we find the sound, we want to click Starter and Music Cue, hit Compile and Save. When I come back into our game, we'll press play, and we now have sound effects. Right? So you remember we wanted to add feedback and sound to all of our things. This just adds to the overall ambiance. All right, so in the next lecture, this was a quick one, but in the next lecture, we're going to actually build our puzzle. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we're ready to actually implement our design. We've created our obstacles, we've created the goal location, and we've created the switch. And so we're going to use this design as reference. We want to create a bunch of obstacles, the tornadoes, and surround this island. We want to add our goal location, the pillar, where the green flag is, and then we want to add our switch to this island so that the player has to decide how do they get up there to toggle the switch, and how do they make it to the green flag or our goal location. So when we jump back to Unreal, that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and actually build that out. And again, the way I'm moving around the world is right-clicking in the viewport and just using my W, A, S, and D keys. I'm going to click our tornado. I'm going to drag it into place, which is about right here. Hit Control D on my keyboard to duplicate it to create a new one. I'm going to put it there. Control D again. And I'm just going to create a bunch of tornadoes to surround this object. I'm going to loop around. I'm going to hold Control and click the other tornadoes so that I can select all of them. Hit Control D to duplicate all of them. Going to drag them all into place. So now our island is surrounded by tornadoes. We want to add one more here at the end. So I'm going to hit Control. I'm going to select the last one. Hit Control D. Use the arrows to drag it into place. And now our island is surrounded. I'm going to click our goal location. Again, drag it into place using the arrows. So here we have our goal location. It's surrounded by tornadoes. Click our switch, drag it into position. Dragged it a little too far. Drag it up. And position it about right here. Therefore, our player can jump up there and interact with it. And before we add the ability to turn everything off. What we want to do is calculate the time it's going to take my player to run from here all the way around to jump. And so what we want to do is when we set our reset timer on our switch, we want to set it to about 5 seconds. So we know that our player will take about 5 seconds to get over there. What I want to do first is go to our BPA tornado and go to our event graph. We're going to click our sound effect, and it's set to right now to 1. And I'm going to change this to, I want to get our ambient sound. So we're going to go to our spawn audio component, and I'm actually going to set this to 0.1 just to make it a little bit quieter. Hit compile and save. Then we're going to click our BPA switch, go into our BPA switch. Our delay, we're going to set it to 5 seconds. Compile and save. And now we want to connect all of our tornado objects to our switch. So again, with it highlighted, you come to details. We have our tornado objects here. We can click add. So I'm going to click add a bunch of times. I think we have 9 tornadoes. So we have the first one. I'm going to click 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going to go down the list to do all these. And 6, 7, 8, and 9. I can come over here to this little arrow and delete this last entry. Hit save. If I come into the game, I can come up to our switch. It all turn off. Perfect. And they turn back on. Okay. So in the next video, we're going to test out our puzzle, make sure it works as intended, and then you can officially say you've created your very first game. All right, so we've completed our puzzle, and now we want to test it out and make sure it works. So let's press play. You can hear the sound effects, you can hear the ambient noise. We're gonna run and turn off our switch. We have 5 seconds. We're gonna go that first purple path. And you can see we run out of time. Let's see if we can jump through it. Nope, we definitely died. So let's test out another path. So we're going to jump up here. Hit E. Up on this platform. It's going to be tight. And we barely made it. But we won. And maybe there's another path. So we can jump up here. Hit E. Perhaps jump on this cube. Jump up here. Oh yeah. Nice. So now that we have this, you can experiment. You can add another switch. You can connect different obstacles to it. You can adjust where these cubes are. So if you wanted to make the player move this cube around, so it's not just as easy as it was for me to do, there are tons of options available. But now that we've created the puzzle game, I hope you've learned something. I hope you've taken away some of the basic fundamentals of Unreal Engine. I hope you've enjoyed the course, and I hope to see some really fun puzzle games, if not other types of games, coming out from everybody in the future. Thank you so much for watching and participating in the course. I look forward to creating another course for everybody, so look forward to that very soon.